This is games, according to this. I'll do unknown. We don't have that much gold. But this might get us some gold. Or like a new unique unit or something. We'll see. Okay, so it turns out the question mark, it was just a battle. It was just a battle here. That's a shame. Okay, roll for initiative. And we failed. It's okay. It's okay. They'll have had it anyway. So they do have some bolt throwers. Hopefully the bolt throwers won't shoot at our siege boys. Yeah, we do need more dire wolves. Oh, we do have one goblin rebel still. That's okay. That's going to improve enemies' melee attack. Which is obviously terrible business. Yeah, I want to prestige these. But, you know, later. Later. Now, let's get you shooting Varangan Guard. That's what we need. Okay, great start. I'm going to go for those instead now. Run. Oh, well, you can reach them easy. Okay, shield maidens. Doing their thing. Alright, they'll be down very quickly. Now let's get you into those shield maidens. Let's get you moving this way. Have you shoot the Varangan Guard again while we attack those Huskarls in the rear. Excellent business over here. Trolls, they're getting through those shield maidens eventually. Might be a while, but they're doing it. They're doing it. Alright, this is becoming a problem. But we have them. Alright, they're almost dealt with, and I'll charge these Valkyries. Or I charge you guys instead. Come on. Get you past. Excellent. Right, they're throwing javelins at us. Which sucks a bit. Getting so much damage with these guys though. Only 20 kills. A lot of damage. Which I think is neat. They're anti-large as well, these guys. So they're all good against our doggos and cavalry. Okay, good. I think. Possibly. Alright, they've almost had it. Alright, you can cease fire before you kill any of our guys. It looks like we've probably got this handled. Let's pull out all the doggos who are in trouble. And those guys are broken! Nice. Okay, excellent. Absolutely crushed it. And they all get a bit of health back. Not too much, but a little. Paying the bounty, recruit a new unit. Oh! Stone Gullet Enforcers. We can actually get some, like, decent armoured and armour-piercing infantry. I think that is pretty vital. I mean, more armoured direwolves would be lovely. Yeah, I think it's got to be these guys, in which case I need to disband a unit. Or do I merge the... do I prestige these 3 cavalry units? Oh, it's such a shame to do that, but I need the space. Although just getting rid of a unit of direwolves at this point I think is probably smarter, right? Because I think the impact damage is so much higher for the dire riders that I think they actually... yeah, I think they're just better in every way. I'll get rid of these guys. Yeah, I'll just start phasing them out. Let's get the Stone Gullet Enforcers. And then ransom the captives. Okay, so that's Iron Legion. The Iron Legion, and that's Sanguine Court. Oh, okay. And that's Drakesor Brood. Okay, so that's Empire, that's Undead. Let's go to the Empire one. We might just have to heal up, because we got a boss fight again in a second. Don't have that much money. I don't want to fight this garrison. This garrison's scary. Yeah, that garrison is scary. I don't want to fight that. So let's enter the town. So we heal up. Can't afford to recruit any units. Could deposit some gold. Could just forget about that. I guess that's that. I guess that's that. Okay. Do I want the Goblin Rabble or the Ashigaru? I think the Ashigaru are probably better. They have much bigger numbers. This will be fine. We'll just make do with this. And we are against Norska again. Or, you know, whatever they're called. Angels of Death, melee cavalry. Oh boy. There's only 16 of them. Do you think our catapults will be good? Pointed at them. Probably need to focus on the Valkyries and stuff. They have some archers. I mean, even those shield maidens are quite difficult to deal with. So a little frightening. A little frightening, this one. Hopefully we'll make it. Roll for initiative. Alright, we deploy first. It's a big army, too. Big army. So the cavalry's over there. So I think I actually want to deal with them first. Yeah, I think I want to deal with them first. Let's get a decent surround on them. You can hold off the entire army, right? Certainly hope so. Certainly hope so. We're probably going to need random dire wolves over here, giving these guys the slip. But they do have some archers, which actually, if I have a few units over here, maybe I can give them the slip enough and then jump them. You know? Maybe. And of course they're not over here anymore, are they? They're somewhere else, because of course they are. Ooh, if we can hold this area. If we can hold that area. That could be massive. Yeah, that could be huge. And it looks like we can get a really good flank on them as well. Oh, Angels of Death are on their way in. But yeah, that, our artillery here could be huge. And if we can get into them, lovely. Okay. But they're going to get got in a minute. Which is, I mean, it's bad. Our trolls are taking big damage here. Let's try and get into these Angels of Death, shall we? Might have to cycle charge. We'll make it work. They aren't going down as quickly as I would like. But most of the enemies here have kind of had it. I'm going to pull out these trolls for a second. Try and bog them down here. Alright, another charge. Okay, one of those units has had it. They almost have. I'm actually going to... Oh, good. Good, we nailed it. Oop. Okay, go for those Angels of Death again. If you go for those Varangian Guard, maybe? Okay, yeah, everything is starting to shut down here, which is great news. Alright, they're going to get really nicely surrounded. And it looks like those Angels of Death have had it. Brilliant. Okay, that was textbook. Love these guys. Love the siege artillery here. Now it's just them left. Let's pull you back. Pull you back. Pull you back. And then we'll charge them again. God, they're sturdy. Although, we got some backup coming. Alright, that went really well. We did not suffer that many casualties. Our infantry in the front, I think that made it for us. I think if we just had our crappy little goblin rabble in there with the trolls, we wouldn't have held. I think the stone gullet enforcers took so many hits and were able to get a lot of kills in there. I mean, 33 kills there. 9 and 15 for the trolls. Not a lot of kills for them. And then you lot, 9, 22, 15, 34. 23 for you. You know what? Not many kills all around. We basically just did loads of damage and they ran away, I think. We didn't really get a lot of kills. It felt like we got more kills. But yeah, I think just a lot of them fled. That's the thing, the AoE damage from the artillery, it just spreads that damage out so much. If we could see how much damage it did, I think we would see huge numbers. I think we'd see huge numbers there. But yeah, it went well. Fate Shine Elixir. Oh, that's nice. They're guaranteed 20. And we'll get a rare unit. So what are we getting? You can get a Gobopult. A Stone Hewer Giant. I mean, I'd quite like a Giant. Or we get Flesh Shredder Fanatics. Anti-Infantry and Blood Frenzy. So they're just big damage dealers. But, I mean, weapon strength being as high as it is for the Stone Hewer Giant, that could be really fun. Just having them run in and clobber things. The Gobopult looks a lot like the Rock Lobber. Which is fun. Almost tempted by more artillery. But, oh, Giant's cool though, isn't he? Giant would be cool. Only one of them. So we will get pretty surrounded. Yeah, I think I want to go with the Giant. Giant's too cool. Because, like, that's the thing. He's got a small footprint, right? So if we have him fighting an enemy, we can fire around him with artillery, and that AoE won't do much damage to him, but it'll do a lot of damage to the things that are bothering him. So he'll be able to keep enemies at bay really well. That's my hope, anyway. That's my hope. It could be that he's just so big, all the, you know, all the artillery just hits him. Okay. So it's an act. Each one of these is an act. That's what each of the, you know, these branches are called. Each of these little levels or whatever. Different acts. I think this is the last one. I think I said it was the last one then, didn't it? So, could prestige a unit, because then we might prestige him. We don't need to heal. Everyone's healed up. We just didn't take much damage. What's with the... Nope, the effect has gone. I was seeing an effect. Oh, no, there it is again. Yeah, with the little lines going across. I don't know what that's trying to tell me. Prestige a unit. Okay, we have amazing armored direwolves now, which is great, because we do use these guys a lot. We do use them a lot. In fact, it has been recording their kills historically. That's so cool. I hadn't realised that. The Ashigaru Spearman actually had 102 kills, which is more than one of our troll units. Jesus. Yeah, look at the difference there, though. These ones have double the amount of the others, and we did get them quite quick in the campaign. 187 kills for the Goblin Rabble. 71 for you. 134 for those first... Excuse me. For those first dire riders. Siege Claws, 115. 35, 18, 33. I mean, 33, they've been in one battle. I think, right? So that's pretty good. It's not bad. Only 34 for the Orc Stalkers. But yeah, there's Ashigaru, surprisingly capable. God, I could prestige these guys and have the other two units come in, but then we have so few cavalry at that point. And our whole thing was cavalry for a while, and it seems like that's not the case anymore. Which I guess is fine. It can evolve, you know, our force can evolve. But I think having all the cavalry is too good, having them all cycle charge. So we'll move on. So fog makes ranged units worse, which I think will apply to our artillery as well. That will have a river, which is fine. That just means it'll be a bit of a choke point, which tends to work out great for us. So, what did I say? Deep Stone Hold. Okay, so that's dwarfs, basically. And the Raven Host is... Hang on, is the Raven Host the undead? I think so. Alright, let's go to this one anyway. I just don't think much of the direction we're going in matters right now. So they do have a couple of Laurendale Star Hurlers. So we're fighting elves here. Got some Treants. Ashwood Militia. A couple of Sunspire Blade Lords. Very cool. Cool stuff. Let's fight them. You know, basically the Wildwood Rangers. But then they've also got, you know, like Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers, which is kind of fun. So the elves are a little bit more, you know, not just wood elves, they sort of take from a few of the Warhammer equivalents, which is fun. So yeah, we got all of our cavalry and such. I mean, I guess they all want to go down this way, don't they? Although we did sort of, you know, bog them down over there. We have a giant who looks great. I love him. Very cool. Oh. It's very sweet. I like how much he's focusing on the floor. Because I'm pretty sure there's enemies down here. Pretty sure. So actually deploying like here. You deploy here and hit. You can hit that lot. Great. Okay, that star hurler has to go. That one too. Nice. Alright, perfect. Alright, one of you gets to go for them straight away. As long as it's shut down, it doesn't matter. Ooh, Stone Gullet Force is almost dead. Jesus. That's nuts. Alright, go for them, please. Oh my god, we've lost our best unit. We lost our best infantry unit. They just got wiped out. They just got shot to death. That is nuts how much damage they do. What the hell? That is crazy. What the hell? That is mad. Absolute madness. Almost killed them too. Wow. Horrifying. I mean, easy to kill though. But, wow. I was not expecting to be able to kill stuff that quickly. Now, Bone Maw boys. Bone Maw trolls. They're really struggling too. Never had these kind of casualties. Jesus. They're fleeing. I mean, these guys seem to be doing okay. Alright, I think you need to stop, mate. I think you need to stop. This is frightening. Alright, looks like we got this. Treants are doing alright, but they're surrounded. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. But man, I cannot believe they just wiped out that unit of orcs. Crazy. Crazy. Real scary stuff. Should have had them go for their archers straight away. Alright, we got him, but my god. My god. Brutal. Dead. Straight up dead. Unbelievable. Christ. We can get new ones, though. We can get new ones. I guess I will. I guess I will. Got him with the armor. Those things must have had such good armor piercing. But no, that's fine. We'll get new ones. It's a shame we couldn't have had, like, a couple. We could have replaced the Goblin Rabble with them. Even though the Goblin Rabble actually did better than the Enforcers in that one. But, you know, the Goblin Rabble weren't being focused down by all the enemy's artillery. So great, we've got to deal with them again, huh? The Sunspire Blade Lords. I mean, anti-infantry. And emblazing, apparently. What does that mean? Emblazing. Attack sunder enemies' armor. That would have probably been what did him in. Interesting. But sure, let's fight the battle. Okay, roll for initiative. I hate that our trolls are injured. Makes me so sad. Alright, so they get to deploy, huh? Well, they get to deploy in, you know, response to us. Which is a bummer. But fine. Fine, fine, fine. So, oh, there's a shrine to the All-Mother here, apparently. What does that do? +5 melee defense for units. That's nice. I like that. You'd be like out in the open so you can see things better. Maybe. Maybe we should have everyone over here, but they're going to just move depending on where we deploy, so. They tend to all just go straight into the middle anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, definitely go for those Blade Lords. Definitely. Definitely go for them. Nice. Yeah, we need to get into them. There's our first port. Cool. You know what? Let's pull you guys back. Alright, we've got some treants coming for us. Not a problem. Not a problem. So they are anti-infantry. So once they're dealt with, I could try and get them with our cavalry, couldn't I? Oh, crap. I really let you... Oh, you know what? Fine. Not a problem, apparently. Alright, let's try and get those Star Riders as well. Oh, you guys can move in and all. Right, you guys... Hope you're doing okay. Those Star Riders have a bad day, but they need to have a bad day quickly, or we're going to be in trouble. You don't seem to be attacking them all that much, mate. Okay, we're in a bit of trouble. Spot a bother. Alright, come on, you got a break. Yeah, can I just run through? You know, I can just run through. Fine, not a problem. Not a problem. So yeah, if you could start shooting into this crowd, that'd be great. Alright, they've always had it. The treants over there. Excellent. Okay, now let's try and line up over this way. Okay, artillery coming in. Doing work. Let's rush you back this way. And they're really trying to chase with their cavalry, which is nice to see. And they're all getting tired now. Everyone's tired by the looks of it. Fights don't usually last this long. Right, you guys can pull away. Right, you can stop. I think we've probably got him. Yeah, we got them. Alright guys, I know, everyone's tired. Everyone's tired. So let's pull them out of combat. Get that rear charge. And you guys got good impact damage, so let's see you get that good impact damage. Right, morale is faltering, the giant's on his way, really hurt. We are suffering horrible damage in these fights. We're going to need to prioritise healing more, I think. So, getting better units might also be nice. But yeah, we wiped him out. Claim the bounty. Recruit a unit. Who are we going to get? More trolls or more armoured dire wolves? Who do we want? Let's get rid of you. Yeah, let's get rid of the orc stalkers. As useful as they may be. I think just more trolls. So who would we swap them out for? I'm not sure. We did get a lot of healing there. I think a lot, like, basically it's the Chug Jug is keeping us going. Are we going to get rid of the Goblin Rabble? For the sake of having even more trolls? Probably, yeah. Just have a front line of trolls and a giant. Some artillery. Oh, I mean, I guess we do have the Stone Skeleton forces still. Deep Stone Hold? Or Raven Host? Raven Host, I guess. So we could fight the garrison, because there's absolutely nothing here. Okay, the Raven Host to the North. Yeah, that's right. Not undead. May as well fight them, right? Yeah, I'm going to fight them. So we could just auto-resolve. Might be better for us to auto-resolve than to fight it, but I'm going to fight it. It's not like it takes long. Yeah, might as well. Alright. So. Oh boy. Yeah. Go all one side. And I think we're just going to throw trolls at them. And I guess the enforcers too, right? And actually, what are you like against these towers? You good? Because it seems we can probably break this down. I love the size of the trees. The trees feel really nice and big. Alright, I mean, does it? Ammunition is lots. So, yeah, I guess we can get through that. Guess we can get through that. Cool. Is on fire. Nice. Alright, nearly. Alright, how are you looking? 50 ammo left, so alright, not bad. Yeah, probably good. Good use of their time. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Alright, try and hit that thrall levy instead. You guys can run in, taking some damage, nothing major. The giant coming in. I love the giant, he looks great. He's so fun. Not that much bigger than a troll, actually. He's certainly bigger, but, you know. Going to be a lot bigger. Okay. Hard to see much with the tree here, but that's fine. Alright, they've always had it. Good. If you could shoot at them, that'd be cool too. Okay, let's move everyone over here. And speed up time a bit. Alright, I don't think we're going to get in range. Forget it. And yep, they're having a bad day, naturally. So we should actually finish this fight with more health than when we started, I think. So that's nice. Okay, we got him. Now let's enter the town. Oh, I've sacked 3 cities in one campaign, apparently. Apparently I hadn't done that before. I've been quite polite to the towns I've visited in previous campaigns. Doubles gold when sold. Max 20. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll sell that. Oh, it's gear, not an item. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's annoying. I don't really want to get rid of any of these. Ah, that's disappointing. That could earn us, well, 20 gold. Guess I have to leave without it. Because I don't think it's worth swapping any of these. The extra weapon strength on all these guys have been really handy. At least I think it has. Extra melee attack on everybody. Really handy. Alright, we're leaving without. I guess we're going to conscript some survivors. We'll see if there's anything cool. There isn't, so we're going to have to skip that. And I could deposit all my gold. I think if you win, any remaining gold is deposited. I think. Also, I did say early, like, oh, it's probably worth... Okay, the maximum is 5, so it's plus 5... I know, it's 1 gold and in interest per 5 gold. So if you have 25 gold, you're going to get your max interest. So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame. But I guess they probably tried it with it uncapped, and people just ended up with thousands of gold, and then bought all the meta upgrades, and then people who actually wanted to spend any money were punished so heavily that it was, you know, sort of silly to do. Yeah, because you still want people to buy stuff, right? Do you want to go this way and go to the campfire on the way? I go through a shop there, which would be handy. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We can go to a shop and then... I mean, that's a shop and then a game. I mean, there is a town there we can visit on the way. Big treasure chest there, though. Oh, I don't know. Let's go this way. Let's try it. Oh, I don't like these guys. Veil piercers. Armor piercing. Outriders. Ammunition is 1100. What the hell? That's too much. That's too much. It's too much ammo. God, these guys are scary. I don't like this. Those Mistweaver scouts seem scary too. This faction, man. Scary. Scary. I haven't noticed any of the other factions being as frightening as these guys. I've never known any other faction about a dumpster unit that quickly as they did our enforcers in that previous round. And I feel like they might do it again. I feel like they might do it again. Extra weapon strength for player units is nice there. Okay, good. They deploy first. So they're keeping the Veil Piercers way back. And, I mean, all of these guys are ones that I want to hit with my artillery, really. But I think we want to go for the scouts first. The Star Hurler, obviously we need to deal with, but if I can get behind him with my cavalry as normal, should be fine. Should probably be fine. And then we're going to go deploy in here, I think. How's that sound? You can group. You can group people, by the way, just for the, you know, just to select them. There's just no locking the groups. So yeah, it said they were over there. It lied. Okay, good. And you can get behind him there. Good. Don't like the damage you guys have been taking already. That's horrible. But they'll be dead soon. And maybe us too. We'll see. Please die quicker. Alright, good. Get you up here. Alright, go mess them up. Excellent. Okay, good, good, good. Come on. Need to get a charge into these guys before we lose our boys. You know what? Let's pull you back. Then we charge you guys in. Alright, looks like we are successfully breaking them. Alright, just them left. Nice. Okay, that went pretty well, I think. I think that went pretty well. Okay, marvellous. Cool. Our trolls are getting really hurt, and they're really good trolls too. I really hate they're getting focused down. Got one back, though. Ugh. Not good enough. Not good enough. Recruit a unit. Could get another troll, and I could prestige them. But that would mean we'd be down a troll. But that would be pretty cool, I think. Do we get rid of the rabble? I think we get rid of the Ashigaru. And then I'm going to bring in the Bogmore troll. And then I'm going to prestige them. It means we'll have fewer trolls. But they'll be better. I think that's good. Ransom captives, and then we'll bring you guys in here too. Good. Cool. Okay. Now let's go here. We can afford something good.
Let's talk about gold.
Well, that's gone up a bit in price, which is annoying. Adds a random unit to your army. Create a copy of a unit. That's got potential. We could make a copy of our seed clause. For 60. And then we could buy something at 40. Maybe. We could just buy something rare. So it'd be something at this tier, which would be pretty powerful. But getting like 2 legendary units might be pretty amazing, right? Oh, it is so tempting. But let's see if we can unlock something new and different. Another Stone Hewer Giant. We could get more Stone Gelatin Forces, which we could swap out for the Goblin Rabbles. We have a couple of them. A couple of Trolls and a Giant as our front line. Gobbo Pole's pretty fun too. Another Stone Hewer Giant. I mean, has he been doing okay? He's not really been getting many kills, has he? But then I guess neither has the Stone Gelatin Forces. I'm surprised how little they've done. I think it's because they have low model counts. But yeah, I'll try and get more. And we will swap out you or you. Alright. There goes all that money then. Oh.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Now let's heal. All prestige? No, I need to heal. I need to heal. Could be our last chance. It says rain, large units are going to have no charge bonus. Oh god, that is really brutal. I hadn't realised that. This might completely screw us. Who are we against? Obviously it's against these jerks again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, do I bring in our goblin rabble? I think I might. I think I might just do that, so we have a bit more infantry. I mean, all this stuff is anti-infantry, which sucks. So our big stuff is debuffed, and all this stuff is good against infantry. Oh boy, hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I mean, I can obviously still shoot at them with my siege claws, and, you know, I can still... Well, they're half speed now, which is really bad. They're not going to be able to outrun the enemy. What is their speed? 70? These guys are speed 30, so they're only going to just be quicker than the enemy's infantry. Only just. Veil pierces here are going to be quite scary. So what's this? This campaign bonus. While standing still, ranged squads gain accuracy, max plus 20, melee squads gain weapon strength plus max 12. That's interesting. That's kind of cool, actually. That is kind of fun as a thing. Because I assume most of them can, like, fire while moving and stuff too, right? I think that's what Outrider is. Nope, that's Vanguard, basically. Okay. Fine. Let's fight. Let's fight, shall we? Yes. Roll for initiative. Damn. So something's going to come up behind us. So that's fine. You have 37 speed right now. You have 19 speed. Nice. Great. Real good. Real good. But sure. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, they're so slow. Oh, you're attacking them because they're in range. I guess that makes sense. Oh my god. Really bad news. Alright, they're anti-large. I suppose I need to shoot at them, huh? You know what, maybe I'll just keep shooting here, because I don't think I care about the goblin rabble that much. So we've almost lost our armoured direwolves, which sucks. Really bad news. Alright. Alright. Our ability to, like, react to situations here is, like, none. We don't have any. And that goblin rabble is almost toast. Okay, luckily, they don't seem to be interested in coming for our artillery, which is very good for us. If they're just going to stand there, I'm all for it. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, enemies. Our giant is holding, but he is losing a lot of health here. He is losing health. But honestly, fantastic to see how well that's holding. And yeah, goblin rabble we threw in because I knew that they would suffer a lot through this. So I'm pretty happy. Right, those are anti-large, but they're also done. Good. Our giant has taken a lot of damage. He might be worthless in the next fight. This is really bad. I don't think we're going to win this run, you know? Just because the damage we're taking is too high. We just can't heal through that. You know, I did want to go with a more melee-focused army, but just that slowdown. If we'd been running at full speed, I think it would have been fine. I could have kept most of these guys busy. Oh. Have a unit have 250 kills. One of our units got to 250. Nice. Well done. It was our trolls. Right, so he healed a bit. It's just not good enough, is it? If I recruit another unit of Stone Skeleton Forces... Well, I won't, because they're purple, aren't they? Damn. I could get more Dire Riders and merge 3 of them, which would be pretty great, actually. That would be pretty great. So I'm going to do that. So now, We have as many units active as we did before, but some of them are better now. So I like that. I could also conscript survivors, because we could get some of those purple units. And then we can just shove them in instead of the goblin rabble or something. It might work out much better for us. So we'll see. See what we get. Sunspire Blade Lords. I mean, these guys, pretty great. Sunder enemy armor. Anti-infantry. I mean, can't really go wrong with that, right? We get them at half health, but still. Not bad, right? Not bad. Are we going to have any opportunity to heal? There's a chest there, and there is a town there, so if we just visit to the town, we will be able to heal. So I think we'll be okay. I'm a little worried that we're not going to make it through, but I think we might be alright. It is clear skies, so all of our infantry can get in, all of our cavalry rather, can maneuver into the back. The Mistweaver scouts might try and deploy in the back again, which I can handle. I mean, I don't like the state of these armored direwolves. I might keep them on the bench for now. And just we have the 2 units of cavalry, which can hopefully do the job. It's not great, it's not perfect. But, yeah, it's a lot less maneuverable an army than we had for quite a while. God, the damage these 2 have taken as well. Scary. Scary stuff. Okay. Roll for initiative. Be good. It was not, though. They deploy first. Annoying.
Right away. As you
Right away. Why do they sound like Waluigi? Like, not that I mind. It's brilliant. But, you know, a little weird. Oh, okay, they're not doing it. Good. Alright, let's, get you lot stuck in, and you can shoot something, presumably. Oh, them. There they are. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Mess him up, mess him up, mess him up. Immediately I'm horrified that all this is going to go wrong. Ugh, please don't kill all my units. Okay. I think we're okay. I mean, goblin rabble's having trouble. I'm going to pull you guys back. I don't want these guys getting hurt. I mean, Giant's doing... The trolls are doing great there. I was going to say the Giant. Oh my god, the Giant's dead. We lost the Giant. The Giant died. Oh my god. What is going on? These guys can just dumpster units so quickly. It feels like cheating. It's just like, to fight these guys, you just have to pay a tax. You know? You just have to sacrifice a unit to get through it. It's unbelievable. Even like focusing them down with my artillery, it didn't disrupt them enough to stop them from able to bullseye my Giant. We might actually lose this. This is awful. Ugh. Horrible. And they ran? Oh my god. Oh, we won, but like that could have gone either way. Awful. I cannot believe we lost a Giant. That's just awful. That's such a powerful unit to just have shot down like that. Unbelievable. They just deleted him. They just deleted him. He was so good at keeping the enemies pinned. You know, while the catapult blasted them to bits. That's really sad. Really sad. Alright, let's get a new unit. We can get more trolls. We can get more trolls. They will be, you know, lower tier again. Could get more of the armored direwolves to go with them. Which I quite like. And then I'm going to conscript survivors, just because we're going to get the option at really high level ones anyway. So we've got Alarian Sentinels, which are anti-large instead of anti-infantry. That's quite nice. Or we can just go with more anti-infantry again. I think we go with more Sunspire Blade Lords. Just so they're all matching. Now, let's get rid of the goblins. These 2 really need to be healed up again. Who are we going to get rid of to get the second unit of Blade Lords in? Or are we? I don't know. We can probably... After we visit the city, we could probably get rid of the troop recovery item. We might need to get it here. I'm not sure. Anti-large units gain extra weapon strength, which is very cool. Prevents rain from falling on the battlefield. That feels pretty cool. Or claim a consumable. Guarantees next dice roll be a 20, which doesn't matter. How much health recovery do we get from a town? I might need this, but the extra weapon strength on anti-large units would be pretty good. But then, do I have any anti-large units? No, I actually have none. I have none. I've been relying on my charge bonus to deal with large stuff, basically. And just the trolls having big weapon strength and armor piercing. I get none of this helps. If I go for the Fate Shine Elixir, I can just sell them. You know? I can just sell them. So, I don't want to fight the garrison. That seems like a waste at this point. I'm going to enter the town. So it's only 30% healing, which is not good enough. Do I want to heal? So no, because it's white. So it's going to be tier 1, right? So I guess I sell those. And just in case, I'll deposit all my gold. I'll miss out on like 5 interest. But yeah, that's it. Final fight, guys. Final battle. And of course, against these jerks, they got the Veilkin Drakes, which is pretty cool. Very fun. You know, Dragon Princes, basically. Sunspire Blade Lords, they got Dusk Spears. They have 1 unit of these Mistweaver Scouts, but they're 2 Sylvan Archers as well. So they got a lot of ranged. But I think that might work out for the best for us, because I think we have enough cavalry that we can maybe get rid of them before anything else engages. And then all that anti-infantry isn't going to help them much. Against, like, our trolls. Against these guys, sure, but... yeah. Alright, cool. So we're going to try and hold out for a while. You know, just sort of keep our distance a bit. You know, deal with their vanguard units, then push up. So can I get initiative for once? I can! Nice. Okay, so... these aren't necessarily all going to be here, though. They're not necessarily all going to be there. That gives enemy units more melee defense. So what does Swamp Creature do, anyway? Not affected by negative effects of swamps. Puts up missile resistance. That's a forest, not a swamp. Sorry, it looked really swampy here. You see what I mean? At a distance? It looked like a puddle. It wasn't. That's just the footprint for the forest. Splatters. Cool. But, extra missile resistance. Can't go wrong with that, right? Can't go wrong with that. And I don't think that hits trees, so... you can just have that shoot things. And yeah, we just need to get to all these ranged units. I'm a little worried about that cavalry becoming a problem. Gonna be a bit annoying, I think. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Ow. Please stop shooting me. Alright, this is hopefully going to do it. And I only really have some elves over here. This might become a problem. You guys need to wrap this up quickly so you can charge the back here. Maybe shoot over there. Oh, we already lost a unit over there. That's a problem. Oh boy. This is a little scary. I'm not sure these Dire Riders are supposed to be fighting these guys one-on-one, but it looks like they might be about to break. So you know what? Let's try and finish him. And oh my god, they all broke. They just couldn't. Their morale just failed miserably. That's amazing. I'm not sure how we managed it. I mean, the rear charges obviously helped. But I'm amazed how their cavalry just sort of failed there. You know, huge armor and everything. They just didn't hold out. Wow. And the fact that our elves over here, this unit, they stuck around that whole time. They had 3 guys left, but they held 3 enemy units here? That's madness. I'm so surprised. By all accounts, I thought we would have failed this miserably. But they stuck. They stuck with it. We did lose some orcs. We lost a unit of orcs. But, yeah, we survived. Nice. Alright, defeated. Alright, you healed up. I mean, we can swap them in for the orcs. And I think they perform a lot better, actually, than the these enforcers. They are terrifying, though. They do break morale, which may have helped a bit. But then I guess these guys, terrifying too, might have helped. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that our flank held and that our siege claws didn't just get overrun. That's really surprising. They had 301 kills throughout this campaign. They actually ended up overtaking the trolls. Wow. They got a lot of kills. I think it's because these guys don't... Actually, they do have quite a lot of armor. So I don't know. Bizarre. We crushed it. But we did great. Act 3 complete. Total victory. New hero unlocked. We can now have Cragmuck Gorethirster. Oh, nice. Oh boy. So Boblin, the Goblin King, managed to win. Deposited some gold. +0 for victory. I think you get a big bonus depending on what you're carrying at the end to reward you for not depositing it. You know, I think that's how it is. I think if you have, or it could just be like a difficulty bonus. I don't know. Like if you have a higher difficulty level, it gives you more. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling it rewards you for risking taking the gold into the final battle when you have a chance to just deposit it and keep it safe before then. And it's like, well, if you don't keep it safe, we'll double it. You know, that sort of thing. But I'm not sure. Thank you so much for spending your time helping me balance and bug fix my small indie game. Since you made it this far, your feedback is very valuable. Please don't hesitate to hit me with your every concern and criticism that you can. The game is just getting started, and you can help shape it. Thanks, Art. Aw, very cute. Very fun. So it's a very charming game. It's very charming. Yeah, that's it really. Like, I don't know. I don't have a lot of notes. I think it does what it sets out to do, and I think it does it quite well. You know, I think we had some moments of tension. You know, there were times where it didn't feel like we had enough. You know, it felt like we took too much damage in a battle. Maybe it would screw us over in the next. You know, we had a few. Yeah, I don't know. It had nice moments of tension, and I think this format is perfect for sort of Total War, you know, style battles. I think it works really well for it, just because in Total War Warhammer and like whatever the actual Total War games, the things like replenishment, and you can just hide in your town, you can recruit more stuff whenever you want. Like there's very little stakes in losing people, except like it wasting your time having to like spend more turns, which is sort of an infinite resource, you know. So like, I don't know. So the stakes almost feel higher in this game than they do in Total War. For the most part, you know, it tends to be early game in Total War can be very tense, but then you get to a point where you snowball and then nothing matters. You can lose an entire army, it won't matter. You can have another one ready the next turn, like who cares? But that's if you lose anyone. You probably won't, because all your techs and, you know, it's all high level stuff and everything. Just means you can sort of steamroll anyway. So it's, you know, it loses its luster after a while. Whereas this format, they don't need the enemies to abide by the rules of a sandbox. They can just go, oh, it's the end of the game, so it's a big army. Have fun. Have fun fighting a big scary army. I hope you're prepared. And it's just, yeah, it means it can be paced better. But, I don't know, are the stakes quite the same? You know, is it, well, I could lose my empire. You know, there's none of that. So it's, you know, kind of depends. Depends, really. But I think it can make more challenging fights. Constantly experimenting with new builds. You know, there's always a chance you're just not going to get offered the units that you want to use or that you're good at using. So having to like react, I think, to circumstances makes it all very exciting. It means you have to play in various different ways, which I really like. So we can also do some more upgrades. I didn't even take like starting gear, which I should have done. Increase gold post-battle by 1. I mean, that would add up. Increase starting gold for an additional 2. There's not a lot, is it? When you enter a shop, you gain 5 gold. I mean, that would also add up a bit. They both would. I think I'll do that one. Every battle will get an extra gold. Sure, let's do that anyway. So yeah, really charming game. I really like it. It is a collection, so you can see all the different items you've found. As you can see, there are a lot of different items and a lot of different potions. So yeah, a lot of different gear, a lot of different potions, a lot of different units. In fact, the Gruntkin, there's a bunch. We never got scrap shooters, orc impalers, ravagers, flesh shredder fanatics, or the gobberpolt. Or there's also meat grinders that are legendary as well that we didn't get. I do love that the legendary infantry unit isn't orcs. It's sneaky goblins. Very fun. But yeah, so loads of stuff you can have a look at. I do wish it came with a little like a description of the unit rather than just its stats, but like some fluff. I wish they'd do something to sort of build the universe out. There is a lore thing here, but it's for each faction rather than, you know, each whatever. Although it does look like they have a lot of stuff on their heroes, which is nice. That's charming. I didn't realise there was this much detail. I only looked at the units and realised there was nothing about them. But yeah, that's quite cool. I like it. There's a lot of potential. I think they could, you know, they could build this out for a long time. You know, make a bunch of different little twists and turns. But I think they've kind of nailed the core gameplay loop. Is pretty great. It's just, yeah, just a good little roguelike with a bunch of different characters that have their own modifiers. Because I mean, if we look here, and you can modify your starting army, which is fun. So you have to pay for that. But again, that's the meta game that you can increase your, you know, your stuff, which is pretty cool. I like that. I think it's a fun one. Starting gear, but also it's got a 1 there. Is that just the wins? So yeah, look, you can do different difficulties now. You've unlocked it. This is the first time I've actually completed a run. I never wanted to go right to the end. I've just done like the start of a couple of runs basically, and then just like quit once I sort of got the idea. But yeah, really cool. So you get extra difficulty. Prices increase. It doesn't tell you auto resolve is going to lose you as much. You know, it doesn't tell you how much health you're going to lose. So yeah, kind of fun. I think it's quirky. I think it's fun. I think this is charming. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one.